Secrets to achieving excellence in any role. I truly believe there's so many different roles out there, but they all are comprised of the same basic components that it takes to be excellent. The first piece being constantly deliver high quality results. What does this look like? What actionable steps can you take? The first is being strive for excellence. What does it look like to strive for excellence? What does that truly mean on a behavior basis? What can you do to strive for excellence? So the first is to have an attitude of winning. The way you carry an attitude of winning is having the belief that you can do whatever task is put in front of you instead of having that self-doubt. At least that's how it's manifested for me. In the past, I've had a lot of self-doubt with roles or taking on sales things or building my email system, whatever. There's a lot of self-doubt around that. So what I had to do is have the attitude of winning. So flip that from, I don't know if I really can do this, to belief of, yes, I can do this and I will do this. Alex Hormozy talks about the 5 levels of competence. The first being, I will do this and I can do this unless someone shows me it's physically impossible to do that. And that's where you want to lie. You want to get to close as possible to that attitude. And if you can carry that, that's an actionable step you can take. The second piece with striving for excellence is doing your best. How this looks for me is giving 100%. For example, is I work at Costco for my day job, and if I see a piece of trash on the floor or whatever it may be, it's something that I don't have to grab, but I do anyways, because I truly believe how you do anything is how you do everything. So doing your best will then be contagious to all the other projects or other things you can do. I believe that if I look for every piece of trash, every item I can put back, that will go over and be contagious into my videos because I will focus on every detail to make them as good as possible. So doing your best within whatever it may look like in your job. Same thing for my email system. Something that's probably way more impactful than picking up trash at Costco is looking at all these details of my emails. It's like, okay, is this the right word for this sentence to get someone to click on my video? Whatever it may be, doing the best is striving for excellence. And one final thing you could do in striving for excellence is always wanting to get better. And the way you do this is seek feedback. So for me at Costco, when I'm doing a sale, right after I'm done with the sale, if I had someone listening to it, but hey, what do you think about that? You think I could do better here? What words can I sub out? Whatever. Same thing when I go to sparring. I do Muay Thai and have been for a long time. And when the coach is watching my sparring sessions, I always go over to him and, hey, what could I have done better? What did you see? And that striving for excellence, that seeking feedback has served me so well. And it's allowed me to get so much better at skills such as marketing, sales, products, whatever it may be, quicker because I'm asking for feedback and not letting my blind spots harm me or hold me back for a longer time period. Once you constantly deliver high quality work, another thing you want to do within that is attention to detail. Review your work before submitting it. It's something that's so simple and for me has gone back to even my testing days in high school and college. I got a 4.0 GPA in high school and college, and part of the reason I attribute to that is my ability to go back on my tests and look at that detail. And I know that means fuck all when it comes to work and stuff like that, but when I apply that review before submitting my work, whether that's sending an email, whether that's creating my Loom videos for my emails, whether that's a sales process and I'm reviewing all the details before I ask the questions and start to dive in with the prospect, whatever it may be, when I review before I submit, I constantly get better results, and I attribute that to the skill of preparation. And I would say that reviewing and attention to detail is a form of preparation, and preparation will pay you dividends over time. The second thing you could do is prioritize time management organization. Time management is such a hard skill to get down. And I mean really get it down where you are on the minute, you are on time to everything. So many people show up late, 2 minutes to meetings, 2 minutes to Zoom calls, whatever, but you want to be on time. And so what you could do for this is productivity tools. Since I work from home, a productivity tool I really like to use is simply my timer on my phone in sticky notes. So the timer on my phone, when I want to start working, I hit that go. And once I hit go, I'm focused on the quality and the quantity of my work. And I always try to push that number higher, and I always try to be more intense in my pursuit of work. As well as when I have sticky notes, I understand the tasks I want to work on. So if you work from the office, you could break down your day into tasks. And then you use a timer to help you stay in the mode instead of, focusing on all that other shit. As well as calendars. Calendars can be super helpful. It's a tool I never used until I started using it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I not use calendars in the past? It's so helpful to be able to lay out things, and I just have an open calendar where I can see if people book calls with me, stuff like that. It makes it so much easier than me having to write it down. Another thing you do is just bookmarks on your computer. You're like, Chris, why the fuck are you telling me about bookmarks? The thing is, I'm telling you about bookmarks is that bookmarks changed my time management and made me so much more efficient. So what I do is I have the bookmark bar with all my folders of all my work, and then they just simply like boom, boom, and I'm there. And it's something that has helped me so much. And I kick myself for not using it in the past, because I'd always want to keep my tabs open. You may feel that. You want to keep your 20 tabs open so you don't have to reopen them. Just get bookmarks, so much easier. One more thing you could do within productivity tools is time blocks. Set up time blocks. Okay, so for the first 2 hours of my day, I'm gonna work on this. So for me, how that looks like, okay, for the first 4 hours of my day, I'm gonna be focused on emails and promoting my product. For the last 2 hours of my day, I'm gonna be focused on tying things up, and then videos, YouTube videos, whatever it looks like for me. But you can lay out your time blocks. It makes it a lot easier to have a focus for that period of time within your day. Another thing you could do within prioritizing time management or organization is setting clear actionable goals. What do those clear actionable goals look like? Well, breaking down larger objectives into smaller tasks. So for me, I want to send a certain amount of emails per quarter. And so, okay, I want to send this amount of emails per quarter. What does that look like on a weekly basis? Well, on a weekly basis, I want to send about 800 emails. Okay, well, if I want to send 800 emails a week, then in a day, I need to send about, well, if I'm sending 800 over 5 days, I need to send about 250 emails, 225, in that ballpark. I need to send that many emails a day to be able to send 800 out a week. So if you can break that down, you probably have quarterly objectives within your company, whether that's a certain amount of sales, whether that's a certain amount of sprints, if you're in the tech field, whatever it is, then you could break them down to, okay, how much work do I need to do a day so I'm on pace to do those things? So then you can execute them on the deadlines that you set for yourself and that your company sets for you, or you set for yourself within your company. And the final thing you could do within prioritizing time management organization is to not multitask. So another thing that I did for so long, but it will kill you and kills the quality of your work. So that means no TV, no phone, no talking to a coworker while you're working. No two things. You want to be focused on one thing at a time. And if you want to go really hardcore, do no music. I like music sometimes when I'm working, but I do know that I sacrifice a little bit of my brain power by having music with words. So if I really want to get into it, I use binaural beats, I believe. I don't know how to say that word. Biannual, I don't know. But it's music that has no words and is more just frequencies. And that really helps me focus. So I would encourage you to get rid of multitasking completely. The third thing you can do is have a proactive mindset. Actionable steps you can do to have a proactive mindset is anticipate needs and challenges. By scaling my email system, I have to anticipate what are the needs and challenges I'm going to face when I'm at 1,000 emails a day. What are some of those things I need to focus on so I can get to that level, so I can do more of that to reach more people? And so by thinking about those problems ahead of time, I will build the email system in a certain way. So instead of building 5 emails I could send emails from that only allow me to send 50 a day, I would build 26 emails a day that lets me scale up to my limit of being able to send like 8 hours a day of emails that are highly personalized. So the way I built it was completely different because I anticipated the needs and the challenges. Same thing to one day when I'm building a sales team. What are some of the needs and the challenges I will face? So for me, it'd be the team and training. How am I going to train those salespeople? And then also the culture within the team itself. So for you, what does that look like for you? Whether you're at the bottom and you're just working your way up the ladder, but you're focused on your tasks that are maybe more grunt work, but how can you anticipate the needs of the challenges as you go through that work? Because it may help you be more efficient, be more valuable to the company. Same thing if you're a high level on the leadership team. The skill of anticipating needs and challenges is crucial to your role, and you have to be able to do that to achieve excellence within your role. Fourth and the final thing you can do is master communication. And again, this is such a hard skill to do, but once you get down, it is so helpful. And the best thing I can advise you to do is read How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's not just about communication, but it helps you deal with people and be a leader within those people. And so the way you can do this is active listening, the way you actively listen, eyes, and then also listen before you start thinking about what you're saying, even if you have to take a pause, as well as using encouragers, whether that's nodding or saying yeah. The active listening skill can be very helpful with communication. You'll retain information better, people will enjoy talking to you more, and you'll give better responses. And the last thing you do within master communication is adapt your communication style. What I mean by this is how you talk to your coworker is different than how you talk to your boss. So you have to be able to adapt your communication style to master this communication to be able to give yourself the best results possible. Also, one final tip with communication, I got this from Layla Hormozi, who, by the way, runs a $250 million portfolio company, so take her advice rather than mine, is that if you have one-on-ones, bring a full detailed report of what you've been working on. So if you have a one-on-one with your boss, your manager, bring a full detailed report of this is all the things I've been working on, because often they aren't really aware of all the nitty-gritty things you're working on. So that's mastering workplace success. If you like this video, I'll make more. Just please leave a comment.